Uh-huh. Oh my god. Hold on. So I made him. Okay, that was really weird. Never mind. So I clicked to open the game, and I clicked into my second monitor, so it started opening the game on the wrong monitor, but then when it loaded, it opened it up on the right monitor. Very confusing. Alright. Right, I keep forgetting this game, even though it feels like it... Like, I don't know why, I keep remembering this game as having controller support. It doesn't. Save 2. Okay. Alright, let's do a little bit of customization here before we start. So, can I see a character's, like, BST? No, controller doesn't work for this game. I've been using mouse and keyboard the whole time. There's... How do I see BST for a character? I want to see their BST so I can figure out what to put it into here. Because having it in HP doesn't mean shit when everything kills you anyway. In the menu. Yeah, but like, can't I do it like here? Why can I not do it there? Why do I have to go in here to do it? What's your BST? They're not telling me. Oh, there they are. Okay. Renko. HP and speed. I'm thinking here. Renko does have an attack skill. She does have an attack skill that's very strong individually. Maribel's magic speed. Okay. Mailing is HP. She could use some defenses though. Koishi, magic and mind. Akatia is just kind of good. Distribute level up bonuses. What happens if I put this to 0? 786 becomes 542. Okay. Put it all into attack, streamer. Put it all into attack. Hold on. Equipment? Formation. No. Skills. I think I have to look at it in the library. Let me see. Learning techniques. Encroaching Nightmare. Attack power magic. So it uses her magic stat. So I should invest in her magic to use that effectively. Okay. Alright. 40% magic increase. Some more speed. And 35 in HP. Why is it taking 2 points? Is it stupid? Sure. Maribel. 387 HP. Wow. Okay, magic. And speed. And I'll put 20% in HP. Mailing, your HP is actually good, but I'm gonna up it into your physical defense and then some attack investment. Alright. Alice, I don't remember what you were. But 35 in HP, 45 in magic, and it never hurts to have speed, I guess. Koishi. You're evasive, but you are kind of defensive. 20. We'll go special tank. 40%. There you go. And then Hikatia. Just make her hit people, I guess. Hit people really hard. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. What about equipment? Can't do anything with that. So tasty, well done steak. So, what's a good thing to give here? I guess giving her something that would increase her attack by a percentage, right? Would be good. What would that be at? Sugar, HP, MP. There we go. Diamond Edge, 48% plus attack. Okay. So now she's got 1300 attack. MP up, no. Defense 12%. Power Bracer for more attack. I'm gonna give her a Get It Up, because that way she'll actually like do more fights. And what else would be good? Something to offset her weakness, perhaps. Not that that's really come into play, but like all ailment resistance up. Attack and magic plus 30%. Wind, nitro, poison. So that one's good in general. Some of these are just in like general increases. Club of the Hill Giant. Oh, motherfucker. Sure, alright, cool. Alright, she's not gonna hurt people. Substitute Doll Army. Okay, I don't know what any of that means, but that's fine. So the stuff in the back. Attack plus 50%, magic plus 40%, mind plus 30%. I don't remember where I got that, but that's really good. Miss Piercer, attack and mind 32%. No. Thieves Gloves, defense and speed up. Cloak of the Bat, magic, mind, speed, cold dart. Okay, yeah, sure. I like when there's multiple blue numbers that go up. Champion's Wind Bomb, sure. I don't even really particularly care what she's getting. I just know that it's increasing stats that might matter. Moon of the Eyeball, whatever. Go ahead, it's yours. Here you go, Koishi. You want Moon of the Eyeball too? You can have a Moon of the Eyeball too. All stats plus 10%. That's beneficial for someone like her. Do I have something for evasion? Bone Scrap. No, I think I have a stronger one that's for evasion, right? These are stats. Magic, speed. Evade plus 8. Yeah, Bright Powder. Okay. Cheese Lord equipment. Mailing. So mailing, we want fat HP. That just feels like a waste. Here, have the coveted Ice Sword. Increase your... Well, the percentage boost comes higher from higher base, right? TP up, mind. Shabi Kawashiro. No, I want things that increase your defense. Sticky Babagoo. Your evade's so low, it doesn't really matter. Oh, that might be better on Koishi, actually. The Hair Ornament. Oh, it's equal, but it's more stats, so I'll put that on. Okay. Thieves Gloves, defense up, speed up, accuracy up. Okay, that seems good. We'll put that on. I'll give her the Ice Sword because why not? Sounds cool. And Miss Piercer. Sure. How about you, Maribel? You have stuff. You have Dark Resistance up, Thieves Gloves already, and then Shabi Katashiro, which is really not that great. Let's see. Moon of the Eyeball. Moon of the Eyeball. Inharmonious gear set. Mind up. Sticky goo. Ominous gemstone. Let's take the sticky goo off. Let's give you something for magic. That's mine. Magic 24. Your magic stat is not very high. Well, Thieves' Gloves doesn't really do a lot for you. Deep Ring. Sure. Okay. Alright, I've given stuff to my team. Does that matter? I don't know. They're big numbers, streamer. Yeah. They sure are. Okay. Go explore. Manor of Nightmare Land with Anguish. Alright. Here I am. Here we are. Where's here? Who knows? Begin the walk. Right, ice? There's ice here. Be mindful of the ice. Okay. Moonstone. I read that last time. I know I did. Okay. Now watch as all of that stuff I did matters. See? Look how much that mattered. Isn't that swell? Punch. Punch cat. Assassin strike. It's alright. It's okay. We got it. I should probably put Hecate up front because the sooner... Well, you know, like a backup unit, I guess. A little more like a backup unit user just in case something goes wrong. But she's better than the other units. Yeah, she is. But she also has the motivation of a slacker. I really gave her an item dedicated to like 4 more battles. Oh, wait. Okay. Alright. Hey, that did pretty good, actually. Kill. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, you wait just a second. Alright. Bone scrap. Where are we going? The most impressive thing about these maps is how they don't feel that big until you start walking them. A sign that erects a spiritual barrier that exposes the true form of race and slows all enemies who enter it. It's plain and not quite as useful as the other signs, but you'll be in hell if you don't use it when fighting race on the hardest difficulty. Continuing to power it up will give it some nice effects like automatically attacking nearby enemies with white lightning and shoot down enemy projectiles in frightening position. See, that just sounds like a balloons tower defense. Monkey throw dart. You know, chat, I played Bloons Tower Defense 3 when I was in school. Damn, that actually like fucked him up, didn't it? I played that shit when I was in school. Do you have any idea where the balloons are now? Because I don't. I think there's 6 balloons games. Now, I was never good at tower defense games. I was never good at those. Hold on, I want to focus on Maribel. That's fine. Alright. There were people who didn't understand a single reference from any sub-equipment and assumed it was all randomly generated nonsense. Well, we do live in an era where we have to ask every 5 seconds if something is AI generated. So, you know. Have you ever seen people say that things are AI generated when they're looking at images that were created in 2003? Topaz Elemental. He took my fucking money. What do you do? Absorbs wind damage. Defeating this enemy with a magic attack will increase EXP and drop rates by this percentage. Oh, I probably should have looked at its stats. It has 1 billion mind. Okay. It's kind of sad. Ooh. It is sad, but like, I guess I understand how we got to this point. But like, some of the magic of like nonsensical shit posting is a little bit of a lost art. Just because when you see a nonsensical shit post, you can't help but assume. You know, you start asking the questions. Let's get some MP back, please, team. Okay, I don't want them. I could get the magic kill with Encroaching Nightmare. That's good to keep in mind for the future. It's just another one of those things. It's another one of those things. You know, it's like when you see people that that call everything mid. You know, and they say skill issue. Like people, there are some words that just define individuals. And it's, you know, I don't want to say people are NPCs, but like there are just some there's some lingo that ends up coming about, and it does reach a strange point where like you can almost like tell, like you can predict what people are going to do and say because they're just like mouthpieces for shit that is current. Man, doesn't that make me sound special? Yeah, I suppose it does, but it's not really what I'm trying to get at with this. You die. You I'm gonna punch out. Classic memery. Now we're doing better. Now we're doing better here. Gotta figure out these ices. Oh. Connect and then stop producing results. Ugh, please. Please? Dude, it keeps going. It never ends. I want out! Oh, that's really annoying, actually. Oh, good counter by Mei Ling. Okay. Alright. No. You have a fire move, don't you? Yeah, blow her up. Koichi, how did you miss a cocoon? It's like missing a fucking metapod. Bye, Koichi. Formation Alpha. Okay. I just kind of found that the way it goes is there's like a certain vocabulary, I suppose, that once somebody kind of makes it clear that like it's part of their vocabulary, it's kind of like, I don't know, you just kind of like tune out, you kind of tune out their opinions like entirely. I don't really care what you have to say anymore because the only thing you can say is mid. This mid. Source of magic. Offerings given to the master from humans that raise your max MP a little. Spending MP lets you use some incredibly powerful magic, but your incredibly limited MP pool means that deciding on the right time to use spells is difficult. Once you're an experienced enough player to know how to use it, you don't really need it anymore. What a dilemma. What a dilemma. Let's get more of this map done. I do think it's sad. We talked about this before, but there's sometimes you see a piece of art that exists and you're like, wow, this art's great. It would be even better if there wasn't 13 individual stickers on it that said, do not use my art for AI training, This is not AI generated. Fuck you. And it's like overwrapped it like a fucking crime scene. And it's just like, man, this picture sure is good. It could use a little more, venom towards AI. That would make it even better. It's just like, man. Minette Mage is Silvervine. Silvervine you'll never find in a Catmancy practicing Minette Mage without. Very, very potent. You need to collect the 1st through 5th Catmancy book to become Minette Mage, which is more difficult than you might think. Take over a full real-life week to obtain them at minimum, but the class's concept and appearance keep a steady supply of people aiming for it anyway. See, that actually reads like absolute fucking nonsense. Whatever the fuck that is supposed to be referencing, if you don't know, that just sounds like absolute fucking nonsense. What even is that? What were those words? Were those words? I don't think those were words. Super strong, 0 damage. LMAO. Oh, that hit everybody. That's kind of banger. It will rain blood today. Fool's Petal. Oh, I should have looked at that, actually. Oh, it was just me and you, Alice. Hold on. Fool's Petal, huh? What was that? I think that said new or rare. I think I'm in the wrong item spot. Equipment I'm looking for. What? Am I blind? Am I blind? Special items. There it is. Petals from the blizzard of Sakura enveloping those who continue to rave about and make a fuss as if drunken on their own foolishness. The Sakura in full bloom again today, having slurped up feelings of self-loathing from those who realize their foolishness but lack the courage to face and overcome it. Alright. I don't think there's anything wrong with watermarks. Watermarks are fine. They're a way to, you know, mark that it's your work. It's just when it gets to a degree that in actually appreciating the work becomes kind of difficult, because like it seems like the focus of the image is now the watermark telling you to fuck off than the image itself. Okay. Ow. That's fine. Like, there are artists that sign their work, and they usually put their little signature, and they can usually stick it somewhere. I like the ones that stick it somewhere in the image that doesn't, like, detract from the image. You know, like, they put their signature in there, but it's like, it's just kind of naturally on, like, an object or something. But then there's the watermarks that are just, like, you know, white page, black text on the border of the character. That's fine. That's still fine. It's their work. But I like when people do sign their work with like scenic pieces, they kind of put their signature in a place that isn't inherently obvious, but still marks that, you know, they're the one that did it. I prefer that. Do not upgrade. There we go. Save your schnapps. Okay, can you make me something? You can't make this. No, you need a crazy amount of crafting power for that. Is there anything I want more of? Stun gun. Safety goggles for wind. Symbol of faith. Magic 36. Sure, why not? I'll make another one of those. Okay. Rudimentary magic library. Level up stats. Maribel. How much money? Do I have money to put this all at 10? Okay. This reminds me of Pokemon in a way, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Because you already have 16 and everything, right? Can I put 16 in everybody else? $15. $15. Yeah, I got enough. See, what's neat about the library stats is because the equipment increases by percentages. When you increase the raw stats like this, it does also increases more from the equipment as well. I think that's kind of neat how it all kind of overlaps like that. Alright, there we go. Update journal. This feature isn't unlocked yet. Please continue running around like an asshole. Okay. I don't have enough points for a level up bonus. Okay. Nope. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Okay. Junkie got a level. But... all on attack for you. Alright. Let's go exploring. Back in we go. I gotta go look for more references. Chat, my tablet is still, like, probably 2 weeks away. Man, that really stinks. I'm not gonna say I'm getting sick of paper, but I am gonna say that there's a limitation to what I can really do on paper, and when I can do on paper, I can't, you know. If there's one thing that bothers me, those who lost the power of the orb on floor 2. Okay. If there's one thing that bothers me, it's probably when I can't, like when I draw something and it looks right, and I'm like, yeah, and then I zoom out and it turns out it's off center. How do you fix it? That's the funny part. You don't get to fix it. You don't get to fix it. If you want to fix it, you need to erase it and then do the whole thing over again. Kill that rat. Do not let him become bandit. Bronze ingot. Like, I draw 2 eyes and they look fine. Oh, actually, one eye is a little bit off, so now you need to redraw the entire fucking eye. But what if I can't draw it the same way that I just drew it? Well, then, tough titty. And then you redraw it, and then you get it wrong again, and you're like, well, I can't just undo and go back to the previous one. And then at that point, you're just like, I don't want to do this again. Stop. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done. I quit. Oh, okay. Hold on. Ability unbrittled. That did a lot to that guy. Hold on. Alice. Oh, that does damage. Okay. Hold on, I want Alice to tripwire. Beautiful. Okay. So now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna punch with Mailing, and we're gonna Encroaching Nightmare. We can kill it with magic like that. Okay, alright, it had Worry. It had Worry, so Mailing killed it a little too hard. Alright. Use special paper to draw layers. Oh no, I don't have special paper. I have printer paper and a mechanical 2B pencil, the kind you use in school. I don't have professional equipment. I just have shit. That's all. I just got shit. Let's go back this way. Let's go around. We're gonna go around the long way. Like, my paper gets coated in so much graphite to a point where if I put the eraser anywhere on the paper, I am erasing graphite, and the entire image basically turns a light shade of gray. I can't help that, though. Legitimately, I cannot help that. It's kind of funny. Good hit. Ow. Alright. So mailing, punch it. Okay, good. And then we're gonna encroaching nightmare it. Focus up. Perfect. Kill it with encroaching nightmare. And that'll give us bonus EXP, because that's a magic move. At least I think that was what it was. So like you do the construction and you overlay it on the construction and you do line thickening. So you're going over the same spots a lot. And also my eraser is so dimmed down. Also the eraser itself collects such a large amount of graphite that if I erase the same spot for too long, I actually end up smudging a big... Oh, shit! Super kitty cat. Okay, hold on. I haven't even gotten a turn yet. No defense. Casino coins. It's weak to physical, but not spirit. Everybody's heavy, so we can't swap. Oh. We're actually in a terrible, terrible position with no HP. These enemies are actually kind of frightening. Well, let's take it one at a time. Okay, we're not out of it. Sparkles and increases its fortune. Direct takedown bonus 25%. Okay, that killed everybody. Yeah, but nobody could switch out. I couldn't switch anybody out because they all got afflicted by heavy. That's the first time that's actually happened. Alrighty. Alright. So what I was saying, so if I erase the same spot for too long, eventually chunks of the graphite of my eraser get stuck to the paper and cause massive smudging. And which means if I erase the same spot too many times, I create a dark blob that is unerasable at that point. Like, you know how a mechanical pencil's eraser is, right? Like, this shit has been... This pencil is probably gonna die soon. If I had to guess, this pencil's on its last legs. But it still works, so I still use it. But its eraser is in a critical condition, to say the least. But the more you erase, the messier the picture ends up becoming. So I do erase, but I'm careful about how I erase. But usually you kind of just have to live with it. And like I said, sometimes you finish an image and you look at it and you're like, wow, that's wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it. I have numerous images where the proportions are off in places, or the head is large. The head is larger to the body. And Step 1, draw a head. Step 2, draw a body. Step 3, change the size of the head. This is how this works. So what always happens is, because you have no context to the rest of the head. If you have no context to the head, you're just gonna draw a head in space, right? That head is your size, right? But as soon as you draw literally anything else, there is now something comparative to the head, so now the head size has been established. So I find what ends up happening is you make a head size, and then as you attach the body to it, you fail to realize that the body compared to the head is in the wrong size. And then you get to a cool point where there's too much work done, to the point where you'd have to just completely redo the entire image, or accept the fact that you got the size of the body wrong and move on. And you know what? That is one of those things that they try to drill into your head a lot. Ow. This does count as magic, right? No, it uses attack no, yeah, it is magic. So it should give me a bonus if I kill that fucker with it. Okay. I'm glad that we gave Mailing enough stats to actually punch that son of a bitch. Ooh, rare item drop. Silencing Mist kind of matters. Kill the assassin man. Koishi is dialed. Okay. Oh, you're silenced. That's fine. We can wait it out. Mist of Amber. You're silenced as well. Are you silenced? Still silenced for a little bit. Still silenced. You're not silenced anymore. It's a small heal. Alright, encroach. Bonus. Nice. Bonus crap. Okay. Alrighty. But if you've ever worked with digital, symbol of faith. Item enshrined in the concave that opens the hearts of those who seek it. Useful being ticket you trade for the wagon everyone loves so much. It's often drawn as a statue back in the day, but it's morphed into something closer to a jewel or an orb of times past. If anyone tonight want to gather more faith, they should consider using one of these. If anybody who's used digital art knows that digital art convenience is both a blessing and a curse, because you become heavily reliant on shortcuts and just, you know, ease of use, that it enables the perfectionist mindset. Broken lead heart. The heart of a once lustrous golden statue. The glistening statue devoted parts of his body to the poor, but upon the end of his single devoted helper's life, his heart broke. And later, the very people he sacrificed his body for threw both it and its helper's corpse into the trash. That's fucked up. The convenience of digital art makes it so it's harder to accept something when we've gotten it wrong and move on. Because it feels like we have the tools to fix it, and then we try to fix it, and it just usually results in a mess. But the indomitable human spirit will say, fix it, when you have the ability to do so. However, the normal human spirit, aka Lazy Joe, that's me, Lazy Joe, that spirit, that motherfucker's spirit, says, well, I tried. Did it work? No. Oh well. Okay, I see where we must go, so I see where I want to go. Simply put, there's a limitation to how far you're willing to go to correct something on paper. And if you're pretty much done the image and you find out that you'll have to correct the entire thing to the degree that you might as well just make a new image, then you might as well just make a new image instead of doing, you know, trying, I didn't mean to hit that button. Okay. Welcome. Well, that's not a very scary enemy, at least. Okay. The benefits of digital are still good, and I want them back. But yeah, you kind of get to do more on paper, I suppose, because you're not constantly doing that. There's still aspects that you're gonna take your time with and try to get right. For me, it's eyes. I just never feel like my eyes look as good as I want them to. I don't know how to make them look better, but I will try to get them right, and I'm not gonna go like super crazy with it, but I'd like to make them look nicer. But sometimes they look okay, and then you move on, and then after you don't look at it for a little bit, that shit starts to look really wrong, and you realize it starts to look wrong because it is really wrong. I'm gonna kill this cat. Okay, very good, Mailing. Nice. Just give Hikati a turn and she's gonna rain. Got him. Beautiful. No items dropped, but he dropped $1 billion! Cool. Bye, Maribel. Back to the workflow. Back we go. Flowing dress. Powerful armor that only high defense. Right. Let me see. So I see we have to touch the green orb. We have to touch the green orb. I see where we must go. But honestly, given the TP situation and our distance from the objective, let's just get some battles here and then leave and then come back in. Okay, Renko's gonna go out soon anyway. Normal ass guy. I don't really care about turning him into a normal dude. That's fine. Okay. Head size is one thing. My issue right now, an issue I have, is the size of the rib cage doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I feel like I know how big it's supposed to be, and then I think it's too big, so I make it smaller, and then it's too small. And these are the things that I don't actually realize until the image is done, and I'm like, wait a minute. Is the rib cage too small, or is the head just too big? And the craziest answer, if you can believe it, is often that it's just... That guy Omega died. Sometimes both are wrong. There are times where I look at my paper and I just like, you ever just like look at an object and are such a lazy piece of shit that you try to like control it with your mind. You try to lift it with your mind, like, develop psychic powers right now because I don't want to get off my ass. Everybody's done that, I'm sure. But, like, there are times where I look at my paper and I'm just like, man, I just envision a crop, cut, move, rotate, and put into the right spot. Because I swear to God, sometimes you get the thing you're drawing perfect, but it's in the wrong spot. And because it's in the wrong spot, it's wrong. So even though, like, you draw the perfect eye, but it's just in the wrong place. It's tilted incorrectly, but the eye itself is perfect. And now you got to erase that entire eye, turn it, and then hope that it looks as good as it did right there. Here's a funny situation. It never does. It never will either. You ever just wake up and try to fire a Hadouken? Like, what if one day, right? You don't know that, right? You don't know. There might come a day where you just wake up and you can fucking fire Hadouken. You see that comic of the dude in the boxing match and his opponent is preparing the Kamehameha? Bro's like, I surrender. It's like, I know he probably couldn't, but I wasn't about to fuck around and find out if he could. Like, that's just survival instinct right there. You never know. One day, that could be you. That could be you, bro. You could find yourself on the receiving end of the Kamehameha wave. It's not gonna be me, bro. All right. It's not gonna be me. That could be the chosen guy right there. Magic is real. Anime is real. It can happen, I swear. My dad works at Studio Ghibli. An accessory made of the fearsome-looking claw of a giant beast. Partially made for the sake of showing said beast that the girls won't hesitate to beat them up and make accessories out of their claws. The beasts pay absolutely no mind and continue to attack them anyway, and the girls continue to beat them up in turn. Alright. Chat, what would you do if one day you woke up and could fire Hadoukens? Like, what would you even do? Would you just fire Hadoukens at people? Or would you just be like, okay, I guess I can do this now? Touch the orb, activating some sort of mechanism. You feel the surrounding area's flow of magic change. A new path might be open now. Be best to give this floor a thorough look. Okay. Like, you wouldn't go out and try it, right? Like, you wouldn't go out and be like, fucking Hadouken somebody, right? Surely you wouldn't do something like that. That's fucked up. But, like, wouldn't you want to, like, wouldn't you want to Hadouken someone? Hold on, there's an invisible path, I think, to get to that, ice. Oh, this is not good. Do I have an easy out for these guys? Spirit. Hekatia is an easy out. She'll hit the front row. And you guys will hit this guy. Okay. That did silence Hekatia. That's problematic. That's problematic. Okay, well, fuck, man. Alright. Hekatia is so strong, she can just punch them through anyway. Okay. Where are we going? We're going places. That's where. Shinku Hadouken. How can I fire these? What if you get kidnapped by the government and studied in a lab? You ever have that fear that you'll awaken to supernatural powers and you'll just get, like, kidnapped and studied in a lab? Like, that would suck, right? But, like, what are they gonna do? Grab the guy who can fire Hadoukens? Probably. You're one guy. How do I get in there? Tell me now. How do I get that? What the fuck? This map is... Why is the map... You know what? For some reason, I didn't even look at the whole top half of that bullshit. None of it. None of it. I didn't look at any of it. How do I get in there? Tell me. Which path? How do I... How? Tell me. Oh, wait. Is it, Oh, it's symmetrical, so I see where it is. I see where it is. The map is symmetrical. Flying machine. Strong winds, nothing to worry about. This machine. Flying machine built a bizarre configuration of minecart. Soars. What? Minecarts. Sky used the mysterious power of magnetics calamitous technique relatively early on. The secret of its popularity is quickly people will be able to play the game can catch on how it works just by seeing it. Steven! It's not his name. That's his full name. That's his full government name. Man. Large feather. Alright. Die. I can't go around this. With your first boss battle with your new party coming up, it's time to select your adventure difficulty. There are 3 different difficulties and your choice will have a big impact. Normal mode. Regular gameplay with no restrictions in particular. However, even on normal, this game is still probably a little harder than most RPGs, especially its bosses. In order to win, you'll still need to make builds of your character's varied skills and dedicate some brain power to think like things like build and character synergy, creating and upgrading equipment, and how to farm efficiently. Okay, so that's all I needed to hear. Hard mode. Your whole party's level stat boost and level of bonus will be lowered to match dungeon bosses' challenge levels. As a result, you won't be able to simply outgrind a boss you find yourself stuck on. You'll need to understand how your opponents operate and use your character strengths to formulate proper strategies. But in return, hard mode increases enemy EXP, money drop rates, 10 for the Vidals, sometimes drop items you can use to boost the growth rate of individual stats. Drop rates start at 0.05, increase blah 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 blah. If you're one of those players with a lot of hours in Labyrinth Touhou 2, Or you beat it on hard, or you enjoy your boss with a bit of bite. This is spice. Your difficulty is probably for you. Can I ask a question? What's the point of half of that? I'm just like genuinely, what's the point of half of that? So in hard mode, you are always forced to play bosses on challenge levels. So there's no point in grinding, because the grinding doesn't help you. You have to do bosses to the challenge levels, but in return, you get more EXP, money, and drop rates. So you're still grinding, but now the grinding is 100% in money and drops, so you can create the strategies and items required for the strategies for the bosses. This seems... Having money to spend on your character still helps. Yeah, but it's like... It's just grinding with extra steps. It's just grinding with extra steps. So now you can grind more, but now EXP doesn't matter. Where in normal mode you can grind at the same amount and your EXP will actually matter. But here it doesn't matter. EXP doesn't matter, but rates are increased. This seems like a waste of time. This seems like a waste of time. I mean, the reason you put it on hard mode is because you want to play it on hard mode, but these bonuses are just these bonuses are conveniences, but they don't really they don't matter, you know? They don't matter. None matters. Lunatic mode. Your whole party's level, stat boost, and level up bonuses will be lowered to match dungeon boss challenge. Will be lower than usual. In return, Lunatic mode increases enemy money item drop rates 20, 40, 80%. The battles will sometimes drop items you can use to boost growth rates. Drop rates start at 2 and increase by 30 at the highest enemy level divided by 12. Max is at 8%. Hey, can I just remind you that 80% of 1.2 is like 0.8%. Just so you know. Oh man, so you're telling me that items with a 1% drop rate get an 80% increase? That's right. So what's the drop rate? 1.8. Uh-huh. 80%, it's a big number. What's the base number? Don't worry about that. Also, if you're using sub-equipment that's too powerful for the boss's placement in the game, its stats will be adjusted down to a certain point. What is this shit? Some of the bosses you'll fight on Lunatic mode will make for truly frightening trials. You'll need to develop well-thought-out strategies, collect and improve gear, and above all, stay determined in order to conquer them. I think I'd rather dunk my head in sewage water. And those are the 3 difficulties. You might have realized already, but only boss fights become harder on hard and Lunatic. Your time spent exploring dungeons will actually go smoother thanks to the extra EXP and such. However, just keep in mind that on hard and Lunatic, you won't be able to brute force bosses through simply grinding levels. You can lower your chosen difficulty anytime you like, but you won't be able to raise it back after. For example, if you start on Lunatic and find it's a little too much, you can drop down to hard whenever. But once you change from Lunatic to hard, the save file can never go back up to Lunatic. But as stated, you can lower the difficulty anytime, so it's fine to start on a hard difficulty, test the waters with some boss fights. Then you end up wanting to lower difficulty, just go ask Akyu. Anyway, now that you're in the know, it's finally time to choose your difficulty for real. I would recommend you play on normal. Really? Really? You think that I should play on normal difficulty? What about my gameplay and general disposition gave you the crazy idea that I would play on the lowest available difficulty? Because I was thinking maybe I would click Lunatic, because I love toppling tough foes with in-depth strategies. I love doing that. I do. It's my favorite pastime. I like when I play Pokemon games and I immediately fight a boss who has 10,000 more health than they're supposed to, and a combination of like 5 different abilities that prevent stat lowering. Yeah, I love. This is the only time you'll be able to freely select your adventure difficulty. You can lower it anytime you like later, but you won't be able to raise it again. Is this the adventure you seek? Are you absolutely certain? Fuck yes. Challenge level 27. Well, I don't know what my overall level is. My average level is 28. Yo. Hi, Marisa. I hated my dad, you know. But of course, my nightmare is a perfect match for his manor and garden. Funny, ain't it? What kind of metaphor is this, huh? My dad's stupid. Only daughter going buck wild in a labyrinthified version of his manor. I gotta say, this nightmare sarcasm really hits the mark. Marisa. So what are you gonna do? Want to see my magic again? I'll show you as many times as you want in this dream of mine. Ha ha ha. Come on, Marisa, let's go. Come with us. Let's go search for Reimu. We have to find the others and resolve the incident. We're the only ones who can, Marisa. Reimu doesn't need my help. She'll manage something on her own. Heck, she might be out there right now clearing out these nightmares with a bigger party than we got what you guys got. But compared to her, just look at how pathetic I am. Haha, you can laugh, you know. It's easier for me if you do, in fact. Go ahead, laugh. Laugh! This is what you get for hating my dumbass dad and running away like how I did. Haha, I'm so pathetic. It's funny, huh? This is kind of a... This is something. It's not true, Marisa. But here in this dream, everything's under my control. Just look at my blinding lasers that illuminate the sky and my star magic grand enough to mistake for a real galaxy. Marisa. Haha, all my magic works just how I want to here. It's so beautiful, so wonderful, so pointless. I'm just playing by myself here. I know that, don't worry. But it's too late for me to do anything about it alone. My heart won't take even one step forward. It's not your fault, Marisa. You know that, don't you? This nightmare is to blame. It's just the kind of place they are. These negative emotions, they may be Marisa's real feelings, but even if so, even if she felt that way, the Marisa we know would laugh and keep trying. It'll work out, she'd say. You never hated yourself like this, did you? Not nearly this much, at least. Leave it alone. It ain't an issue, is it? I'm having hollow fun by making myself in my dreams. But so what? What's the problem with that? No matter how naively I keep trying to improve myself, I'll never be able to match her. Her? That genius who was born with everything despite not even wanting any of it. The center against Sokyo, who human and yokai alike rely on and look up to. I'm talking about Reimu, of course! Compared to the emptiness I feel from putting on my sidekick face and taking second place by Reimu's side, being in here, the lesser of two evils by a long shot. Haha, and second place, the only reason I can even reach second place is because there's only two of us running. Wonder what a place I'm really in. Ha! Don't even want to think about it. Well, there was no way they'd just let us lecture you and say, oh yes, you're absolutely right, huh? But they say good medicine tastes bitter, so we'll just yank that weird presence out and return you to our normal ourselves. That kind of junk's all that ever comes out of your mouths, each and every one of you. Cut it out. Just do whatever you want and leave me out of it. Just go meet back up with Reimu wherever she's at, pushing to resolve the incident. Go be with her while she resolves all this like it's second nature, just like she always does. Don't wrap me up in it. Let me keep amusing myself, all alone and pathetic in here. Your oh-so-fun pity party ends here, Marisa. Reality is difficult and painful, but that's why it's so perfect to play in. So why don't you come with us and run wild there instead? Is that how it's gonna be then? If you're not gonna leave me alone, then fine, I'll just do what you want me to. In your nightmares, that is. My twinkling stars, my blinding rayos, oh heat. I'll show you so bad you'll regret asking, but here in this place, they ain't just empty threats. Nine one nine 19997. Feeling fine. Cleansed all ailments and debuffs. Grants 20% match up if none held. Well, she missed, at least, but... Can I have a fucking turn? My nightmare and mine alone. Grants mana accumulation proportional to all frontliners' debuffs. I don't have any debuffs. Can I have a turn now? Thank you. Brace Phantasmagoria Flyer Human. Her defense is tiny. Okay. She's weak to cold and dark. Those are her high weaknesses. Resistant to heavy. Something happens at 0 HP. Something happens at 0 HP, huh? Okay. At 75% HP, quick recitation, Earthlight Ray. At 50, Meteoric shower. At 25, asteroid belt. Feeling fine, magic missile, my nightmare, mine alone. Magic draining missile. Turn 5. So, earth light ray. If above 50%. If below or equal to 50%, anti-mine shot. Turn 6, anti-mine circle. 7 turn, no ailment. 7 turn, ailment, failed to concentrate due to ailment. Okay, turn 8, spell card based on mana accumulation stacks. 0 to 24, magic draining missile. Earthlight ray, asteroid belt, meteoric shower, and master spark. Alright, did anybody understand any of that? Set it backwards. Then it should be ordered differently. Why is the top portion when it's scrolling down? Tell me that. It should be ordered from higher HP to lower HP. Ordering it from lower HP to higher HP is backwards. Stupid. Dummy. Ki Kong embellishment. I don't even know what that does, but okay. We'll save our paralysis prank. So Earth Impurity and Wind's Body is a cold move, which is really good against her. But it requires Earth Token. So I just clicked this button, I guess. Okay, well that did 3,000, so that's pretty good. Terrified in silence. Hey, Koishi? You're supposed to be dodging, not missing. You're working backwards. I don't know what these stacks do. Magic draining missile reduces the target's MP to 0 and gains that many Oh. Oh. Hey! She deserved that, I guess. Okay. Use the power of cold. Quick recitation. She's on turn 6. Oh, that's the 75% one. She's dead! $671. Okay, so she uses the circle one. It's not dark. What's the circle one? It's mystic. So I need to increase my mystic. So it's probably all mystic based, right? Anyway, that was turn 7. So she used oh, she skipped her concentration turn because of the quick recitation. Or did she... Is she on turn 8 and she just used Earthlight Ray, so she's going back to feeling fine? Tripwire, Fireball. Speed down. That did 1 damage. $904 with that, huh? So she did a quick recitation because it's 50%. So meteoric shower is coming. I guess at this point, I just kind of have to hope that... I mean, I'm gonna die. So I just gotta beat the shit out of her. Okay, at least Alice took that hit. Alright. So we have a bit of an issue. Okay. Now, it wasn't impossible. Open menu. Try again. Try again. Okay, if Koichi just doesn't get hit, that would be pretty good. Koichi! I like how she dodged it, but still lost all of her MP anyway. I don't really know why. How much King Kong do I need? I can't use it because I don't have any MP, you fucking twit. Ho 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 ho! Punch! Concentration? I don't give a fuck. Die. Terror. Face terror. Damn! 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 That don't even fucking matter! Wow. Hit her. No! 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 It's over, GG. Tough matchup. Tough matchup! Aspirations of the Great Magicianhood. Persistent magic down 60%, 10,000%. Invulnerable for 4 turns. So what do I do? Her magic is down 60%, but I can't hit her for 4 turns, which means she's gonna do some shit to me, right? Do I just click defend and hope I don't die? Because she's dead. So in 4 turns, invulnerable to all ailments excluding worry, debuffs, and damage from attacks for a number of turns. So I can put worry on her to reduce the damage. Uses a resource for Marisa's strongest attacks. I need to hit her with a cold or a dark move, and she'll get worried. Okay. Alright, she's now worried. So now Mailing is gonna, what turn is she gonna kill me, actually? What turn is she going to kill me? Preparing last spell. Oh, that... Okay. Alright, Pinhead. Does she still have worry on her? I can't tell. Worry. Decrease attack magic when attacking and defense stats, but when taking a hit. Okay, she's gonna fucking explode, so... Well, only one unit has to survive. Right? So, I guess what I should probably do is hope to God that these motherfuckers survive. Protective shield! Protective shield! Protective shield! Okay, so why did I take that much damage? Okay, so I took an astronomical amount of damage despite everything. So this is fun for people. This is fun. I guess to some people this is fun. Cool. You get to do it all over again. Would you like an item that perhaps increases your mystic defense by an egregious amount? Maybe. Would you? Yes. Mystic plus 80. Bangle of the Star Realm. Okay. Okay. All right. Mama. Just pump it all in the mailing, I guess. Okay. Try again. Try again. Winning is for losers. Hitting people is for losers. Now I'm all for having fun, but like that's very silly. Wouldn't you agree? Would you not agree with me that it's really silly that you win and then you get 4 turns and doing literally everything within my power in that turn and I took double my max HP? I think about these things, I do. I think about these things. I think about these things. All I do is think and 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 think. Okay, well, my win con just died. So I took 1,026 damage. I have a defense elemental resistance of like 270, and I still got 1 hit KO'd. What if Koichi dodges the final attack? What if she dodges the final attack? Wouldn't that be kind of crazy? Wouldn't that be kind of insane? Mind stack goes a long way. Yeah, I'm sure it does, but I figured 276 resisting the main stat would also go a long way. Cause... What? 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 Welcome back. Maribel buff stacks on the same character. Does it? Does it? Does it? Formation change. Formation beta. Formation gamma. Da-na-na-na-na. Dun 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 dun. Broken lead heart. Huh? Huh? Oh. 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 Wow, wow, wow. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. 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 Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Oh, you're still alive. Can I hit her now? Cool. Using this on a main equipment awakening slot will add below awakening effect. Great. I lost. No, Marisa. I lost. We won. No, Hikatia. I didn't win. I know that, damn it. I'm the one who lost. Now, don't get so down over it. You should be complimenting yourself a little, Marisa. I like you, you know. The goddess of three realms, the manager of the dream world, the boundary monster with a hopeful future, the budding prodigy, the incarnation of the unconscious, and the master of controlled breathing. You put up a pretty good fight considering the lineup we've got, don't you think? You, slipped one really lame-sounding title in there. Didn't you miss somebody? Oh yeah, and the one infected with the Echinococcus parasite. Freaky t-shirt weirdo. You wanna go? Anyway, that's all I got. I used 120 on my 100%. Now with the nightmare power, let's make that 200%. I tried my best and I lost. And so, Marisa, how does trying your best and losing feel? Well, about that. Huh, it's surprising. Really surprising even, but it doesn't feel that bad at all, huh? Ugh. Isn't that simply because you were freed from being an avatar? Quiet, Doremi. It's weird, but it's nothing like when I lose to Reimu. It almost feels kind of refreshing. When I'd fight with Reimu, I think I was unbearably scared of fighting with my heart and soul, but still losing anyway. I must have had some kind of brakes holding me back. My bombastic magic will hurt someone if it hit him straight on. That's why I couldn't use my full powers. This ain't my full power. In other words, I always had an excuse left for when I lost. Of course, I couldn't give it my all from the bottom of my heart like that. Isn't that true, though? Wouldn't a direct hit from a Master Spark be quite dangerous? Seriously? Shut up. That might be what I'm lacking right now. Putting my heart and soul in, but still losing, eh? This was good for me. So, Marisa, what are you gonna do now? You're some real bullies, ain't ya? You're really asking that after throwing all those heated words at me earlier, after all that ruckus of begging me to go with you. And now that I'm willing, you're gonna act like just leaving me here is an option? Man, you guys suck. Maybe I ought to plead with the nightmare and stay here after all. Welcome back, Marisa. Is this really one of those welcome back and I'm back kind of times? But fine. I'm back, guys. Welcome back, Marisa. Welcome back. We always believed in you. Thanks. You two haven't changed one bit. You think so? How naive of you, Marisa. Those two have changed quite a lot, in fact, just as you have. I see. Yeah, I guess you two are here because you overcame your nightmares too, huh? I guess I see how it feels now being trapped in a nightmare and all that. You really are helpless to fight it on your own. It's rough. If there's anyone else trapped, I want to hurry and save them. Oh, there's still plenty of them, don't you worry. Everyone was scattered all over after Cimmereco's doppelganger defeated them, after all. The majority of those whom you don't see here succumbed to the nightmares and have surely created their own bizarre labyrinths by now. That sounds pretty serious. Now I really want to go back to my nightmare. It's alright, Marisa. We've got you back now, after all. Yeah, it won't just be us anymore. You'll have to help us. I'm sure it'll work out somehow. Yeah, I guess so. Things will work out this time, same as always. Alright, I made up my mind. Come on, let's go get everyone who's trapped like I was out of their nightmares. There we go. That's the attitude I like to see. There's still a few of us trapped in this nightmare too. So let's keep on looking for them. It ain't just me. Who else is in here? How about that? This is another one of those you'll understand when you see it moments. You got it, Mary. Oh, to be young. No matter what, you two are just so blind to each other, even though you claim to be watching so closely, too. What's that supposed to mean? Well, I think you'll see soon enough. I can feel her presence close by, after all, and it feels similar to how yours did earlier. And going off of that, I bet she was watching us fight just now. She's in a similar situation to how you were, I bet, seeing her with your own eyes and safe for your own hands. You've got a lot to think about with that young brain of yours, so use it. I'm clueless here. Geez, Yukari and Byakuren were bad enough. Why do the aged and ageless always gotta be like this? She's suffering as you were, Marisa. It'd be good if you could save her quickly. Well, I suppose everyone is suffering, but still. We have to keep working harder and harder. That's the spirit. Let's all do our best on this. Oh, and by the way, why have you been so quiet, Mailing? Come on, you say something too. Huh? I'm bad with this kind of stuff. Come on, you guys know I don't have that kind of personality. I don't care whether it's in your personality or not. You can still say something nice to Marisa, can't you? Goodness, you've got some years behind you too, don't you? Ugh, I'm getting lectured hard for this. Well, welcome back to the team, Marisa. I've been waiting for you to come back this whole time, really, from the bottom of my heart. I'm really sorry, Mailing. I guess you were right. I really don't feel any joy if those words come from you. See, I told you! I'm not doing that again, got it? Never. What a dark world we live in. Go on, Gensokyo. Get destroyed for all I care. Yeah. It's a matter of intensity with you, Mailing. Goodness, you're the type who just can't control her energy. Yeah. Kirisami Marisa, Magician of the Drizzle. Marisa is one of the main protagonists through the Touhou project series as a whole, just like Reimu, and has appeared alongside her as a playable character in nearly every game. Marisa is a magician with the ability to use magic, and her forte is light and heat magic that uses stars and lasers as motifs, just as her saying, Danmaku's power implies. She enjoys using bombastic magic with high firepower, though she may be a magician. She's not a magician in the same sense that Alice and Patchouli are, and is actually just an ordinary human girl who's learned magic and the ability to use it. Marisa has a father who runs a large second-hand shop in the village, but they don't get along, so after running away from home, she's taken up residence in the Forest of Magic, where she lives alone studying magic, performing dubious experiments. Marisa isn't the friendliest person around and can be a little mean at times, and her actions bring her faults straight to the surface, leading to those around her to say she's a bad personality. She's a straightforward, hard worker at heart, though. She secretly puts in a lot of effort and research to surpass Reimu. Her powerful, flashy star and light magic is a manifestation of that labor and willpower. Marisa collects things as a hobby, so her house is full of disorganized magic items and junk she's picked up. She's sometimes picked up incredible things without even knowing, and once the famous Ameno Murakumo, one of Japan's 3 sacred treasures, was found to be mixed in her piles of trash. Marisa is a standard magic user with low defense and high magic. Her speed is pretty good too, so depending on her build and what she's up against, she may be able to pull off a big attack and then retreat to the rear all by herself. Marisa specializes in mystic attacks, and her trademark Master Spark has both incredible damage and an incredible MP cost. Yeah, so that's a feature I wasn't really utilizing there. The ability to attack and then retreat, so you're behind the lines, so you don't have to get hit by scary attacks. That's the wrong way. I didn't do that. Why? I don't know, because I didn't. Achievement unlocked. Collect 60 types of sub-equipment. That's great. Really, I'm so fucking happy to hear I have more sub-equipment. Thanks for the Polymar Luid. The what? Polymar Luid. Polymar Luid. What? Stun gun. Whatever. Classy lounge. Swap party members. You're on the main character side, are you? 24. So I was 1 level over the average, which I could have, like, you know, it's not gonna give me anything for that, is it? But that doesn't matter. I don't think that really matters. Change difficulty. Change your adventure difficulty. Well, actually, you can only lower it. Okay. Well. Bang. 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 You don't need HP. You need... That's wrong. Good, 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 good. Okay, money in the bank. Learning techniques. Eclipse Master Spark. Increase damage dealt by a percentage equal to half of Marisa's muni accumulation. This decreases half of Marisa's in the rear. Defeat Marisa on Lunatic. I'd rather drink the water from the harbor. Changeability of the lost. Stat changes. So actually equipping these things increases your stats as well, which is cool. Is this? Yeah, it does. That's neat. Alright. Alright. Okay. Well. Guess I'm back to walking. Go exploring. I hate bosses that do that. I do. If a boss, when you kill them, has a final, like, ooh, you gotta survive this or actually you lose the fight, dickhead. I hate that shit. Determination Polycrystal. Solid mass of determination created by the resolute prayers of many different people. Looks like a sturdy chunk of mineral, but the thoughts make up crystalline lattice come from many people and face in different directions, leaving them brittle enough to typically shatter easily in the face of a strong impact. Okay, bring it with me. I always complain about Yuyuko in GOSV. The cat of the Yakumo household is sealed here. The path shall open only for those who carry 3 silver vine and 3 cat claws. Okay, thanks for the spoiler. Marisa. Oh, she's Angie. Reimu. Reimu? Reimu, you were here too in the same nightmare as me. Why, Marisa? Why did you throw away your dreams and go over to their side? The nightmare was so wonderful. Crushed by your own ideals and tormented by your emptiness, you wielded such gorgeous magic. That conflict, that hollowness, watching you suffering, and made me shuddering with excitement. But you know, there's no big difference between dreams and reality when it comes to me. I desperately put on a show of power while I'm trying my hardest to beat you from the shadows. But I never can. I'm pathetic. Marisa, that's... No, it's fine. The first thing I gotta do to get past this is to admit it. Plus, that's not even what I want to say right now. More importantly, why, Reimu? What are you doing in this kind of place? What's that supposed to mean? Can't afford to have you in here, can we? Even if you get swallowed by a nightmare, you should be acting to your own free will, then leading those who end up following you. This dream, it's more like a nightmare for losers who got crushed by their ideals, ain't it? You know, for people like me. I like that part of you, Marisa. I love it. But you see, geez, you two are such totally hopeless romantics. It's so frustrating to watch. While at first glance it may appear as if you're deep in love, in reality you're so self-absorbed that you can't even see each other. So hard on yourselves that you're not even looking at each other. It'd be quite the heart-throbbing scene to watch if it weren't for our grave situation. What? Again, what the heck's all that supposed to mean? Well, Reimu being here is quite the straightforward answer, don't you think? Stop talking nonsense to me. She's the Hakure Shrine Maid and we're nothing alike. Ah, Marisa, you really are wonderful. It excites me so the way you lay your inferiority conflicts towards me bare. But at the same time, you're digging your claws into my heart. Oh, how I love that cruelty you're so unaware of. Hey, hold up, Reimu. She's gone. Reimu, come on. You're the center against Sokyo, the Hakure Shrine Maiden, aren't you? This ain't the place for you to be. But everyone has their own worries, right? You can't tell what they are from the outside, you know. You're really gonna say that, Koichi? As worry-free as you always are? Ah, on the contrary, Mailing, Koichi is a Satori, a yokai capable of reading hearts, though it's true she sees off her ability due to her hatred towards it. The girl, the unconscious who gets sick of reading hearts, closed off her own, eh? Yeah, I guess that carries some weight coming from either you or Satori. Everyone has their own history. Yep. Behold the darkness of my heart! Is that really a yep, kind of topic? Okay. Was that a teleporter? There was no update proc for the game. I opened Steam like not that long before the stream. Probably waked at least the power of the blue orb. Oh no, you beat me. Ah, no, damn. Anyway, in 4 turns, I'm going to fucking evaporate. I want to say eviscerate and evaporate you, but like, what the fuck does that mean? Evaporate, what? I want to eviscerate you. Yep, okay. In 4 turns, you lose. But I won. Nope, I said in 4 turns, you lose. Do something about it. Okay. I'll do something about it. Alright, here comes turn 4. Whoa! Old man. What? Old man? Rare item drop, rare item drop. Fish. Weak to mind. Old man. Forewarning of change. It will transform into something different if conditions are met. Okay. Sakura Blizzard. Maribel is dead. Koichi is dead. Alright, me and you, buddy. What are you weak to? Fire and dark. Oh, well, you're also just weak to the hand of God. That works too. Cool. Dream of energy. I don't really care if I beat her post patch pre. I don't care. I don't care. She's dead. It does not matter. See, the thing is that it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if I beat a boss. There's still gonna be people upset at me because of the way I beat it. This is just something that I accept. This is literally Saphiros. Saphiros in a fucking nutshell. Like, unironically. Saphiros was a constant strain of, I won! Followed by, this guy plays this game like a fucking gorilla. I hate this guy. He doesn't play the game the way I play it. I'm winning. But I'm winning. I'm beating bosses. I'm continuing the game. But I can't win. It doesn't matter if I beat the boss, because I didn't beat the boss the way that they think the boss should be beaten. Experimentation be damned. Creativity be damned. Play it the way I found you have to do it. Or suck my dick. What are these fucking 1-tile ice blocks? What is this? What is this babagoo? Oh my god. Oni Ginkgo seed. Fairy support makes the Oni Ginkgo seed blossom. Oh. 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 That's not good. Die. Alright. Are you weak to fire? Okay, Mr. Ginkgo. An organic strike. Okay. That wasn't so bad. There was one guy that every time I beat a boss, they would say that that boss wasn't hard if you know how to fight them. Every fucking boss I've fought. Every single one of them. Boss ain't hard if you know exactly how to fight it. Yeah, I'm sure the boss is pretty easy if you know how to fight it. Yeah. Like every single boss, dude, really? What are you bringing to the table? Your commentary? What are you bringing to the table right now, brother? You gotta bring something fresh, something original, something neat. Come on. My God. Let me see. Go this way. We'll go this way in the big ol' opening. Environmental puzzle hallucination. Look closely. That shadow over there connects with the cliff recess, and those tree roots, they're a puzzle. Hold on a second. Is that cloud a puzzle too? What about that hour-long video? What is this? I just assume that some people, like, they just think they're being helpful. People want to be helpful. People think they're being helpful, but the things they say, it's not like they come off as sarcastic, but they come off as utterly pointless to a point where it feels a little insulting. Mostly just because it sounds stupid when you say it out loud, right? It's like, this boss is easy if you know how to fight it. Like, yeah? For real? On God? No cap? If I know how to fight the boss, it's not that bad? No way. Those butterflies have a lot of HP, but they don't really have a lot of defense. Alright. See, it's different. I think it's different for, like, action RPGs. Because with action RPGs, like, your gameplay is important. Unless there's a cheese spot, of course. Your gameplay is important to that kind of thing. But in a turn-based RPG, where, you know, things are consistent, relatively speaking. Things are generally more consistent in a turn-based RPG. So knowing the boss's gimmick. This may look like a plain old tiny pouch to be full to use Yukari's gap creation. The power of the myriad gods expanded capacity so you contain food. Increase the amount of break items you take with you by 1. I'm an action RPG guy, personally. Because my brain doesn't work well enough for turn-based RPGs. I prefer to put my hands on the controller and, you know, be responsible for my own actions, as opposed to clicking a couple buttons and hoping they were the right buttons and then watching as they weren't the right buttons, but actually they were the right buttons, but you just got really unlucky. That one's a personal favorite of mine. I did everything I was supposed to and I still lost because I didn't get lucky. Now that sounds like Omega Cope, and maybe it is a little bit, but you can't dictate aggro. You can, well, I mean you can, but you can't 100% dictate aggro, right? You can't do that. It doesn't work that way. What the hell? What the fuck is this? This whole shit is a sham! Oh my god, I hate this. I don't want to be in this room anymore. Old ass man! How do I stop the old ass man? Okay, well, Marisa just fucking exploded, but that's to be expected from Marisa. Good job. I don't have the right units to fight the old ass man. Die! Well, that took work. Alright. Yeah, if a boss says die, then die. I just kind of accept that. You are in control of only so much. You can manipulate odds in your favor, but you cannot guarantee odds. That's all. I mean, look at Koichi. I'm pretty sure the only reason anything happened the way it did is because Koichi dodged like half of Marisa's attacks. Is that strategy? No, that's blind luck. That's blind luck, baby. And I wouldn't have it any other way! Ouch. Ow. Ow. Think I give a fuck? Die. Fool's pedal. Okay, well the whole team the whole team doesn't want to play anymore. That's fine. Oh, Alice! I'm back! Could you give me, Could you give me, how about, Sure, why not? Okay, we'll do that. Well, Marisa got targeted and killed because I got into a random encounter and randomly encountered an enemy that's faster than Marisa, and the enemy randomly decided to pick an attack that randomly hit slot 3 that killed Marisa. So, yeah, there wasn't anything I could really do about that. But it's my fault. You know why it's my fault? I shouldn't have gotten into an encounter. I shouldn't have had Marisa in the 3rd slot. You know, there's always a reason. There's always a reason. Okay? There's always a reason why something went wrong. It's always in the player's control. And if, you know, it's you can't lose every run to RNG. No, 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 no. I lost the run to RNG. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. What is this venerable elder ginkgo anyway, dude? Who is this guy? Well, he's dead. Can I just, like, hit him? Yeah, I guess I can. Mary, you're dead! What happened? You got hit by the AoE. You didn't have resistance to wind attacks. And some other third thing. Idiot. Moron. Stupid. My bad. Oh, she stays in formation. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. People are passionate about the things they like. That much is true. But the more niche I think the game gets, the more, it's a smaller pool. It is a smaller pool. I think maybe what it is just that, it's a smaller average pool, and the type of game this is it's hard to get into, right? So it's easier to get into when you're real hardcore about it. So when you're someone who's not that serious about it, and quite frankly not that good at it, you invite disaster into my own home. More how would you say, more mainstream type of series have more casual fans that probably don't even care that much, or the things they care about are kind of irrelevant to whatever it is, like gameplay wise, because series that have a larger modern fan base is the larger fan base is usually due to engagement with the series through anything but the core content. Absolute desolate dream of loss and suffering and their lack of self-worth. Oh, I should probably go see if I can revive more people. Ooh. Go talk to a casual Pokemon fan. How many Pokemon fans do you think still play the games? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Damn, Omega killed. Because Pokemon's one of those series that does... It kind of gets a reputation of... Like, people complain about game, people buy it anyway, people complain about game. So it makes you wonder, who's buying the games? Who's buying the games if you feel like all your interactions online are, like, negativity towards it, right? Who's buying the games? It's it probably is the casual audience, the ones completely unperturbed by the schloop era that is modern Pokemon, of course. But I think it's kind of interesting to think about how there sometimes you see so much like opinion on the internet about something, but you feel like because of how much time we spend on the internet, it feels like a larger opinion than it actually is. Or there's a very large chunk of the population that isn't terminally online. So you don't, like, these people just live their life and they, you know, new game comes out, they like Pokemon, or they have a child between the ages of like 6 to 13, right? They're gonna buy the Pokemon game. There's more silver vine, but they are completely just like clueless as to why they should hate Pokemon, right? And someone's got to educate them on that, and it's gotta be me, boys. All right, it's gotta be me. I'm gonna go to every single household this side of the globe, find every parent and child, and explain to them why Game Freak is washed. Shooting Doji's armband. Armband said to hold the power of the boss of the Oni that dwelled in a place like Mount U and Mount Ibuki, such as Ibaraki Doji and Hoshiguma Doji. They used to play an armband sold by Suika at a premium, whose pitch with one of these, even a little girl like me can crush bowlers. However, the recent power rumors of gaining real razor strength for real. Perhaps Suika is secretly trying to get them back now. She sold a scam product, but it actually ended up working because of the nature of Gensokyo. Alright. Oh, whoops. Hitting the wrong button. Negativity and discourse is what gets promoted by algorithm. So, if you're wondering, if you're kind of wondering on like why it always kind of feels like you only see negative, it's because that negative stuff is it's the stuff that people engage with. So it's the stuff that gets pushed. So it's the stuff that you see, and then you engage with it, and then we engage with it, and then we all engage with it, and then we all get angry, and then we don't hold hands, and we hate each other, and all we know is hatred. Yeah. This place, I hate this place. I hate this place because those fucking ice tiles are stupid. No, I'm enjoying my anger. Log off, brother. Bangle the Star Realm. Well, let me ask you a question, chat. When was the last time you saw a truly passionate opinion piece on a piece of media or fiction? And let me ask a follow-up question on that immediately after. Was this piece like really interesting, or was this piece like 3 sentences away from being some kind of like fetish piece? You know? How close? 1 damage. Unnecessary amounts of damage. Look, bro, your opinion's great and all, but I can tell, I know your secret. It's like that fucking Dexter meme, right? You eyeing them up. Huh? What you mean, huh? What I said makes like perfect sense, does it not? Did it not make sense to you? Tell me, my brother, what part did not make enough sense to you? Please. Where are we going? I don't know. The world is our oyster. Momiji Hime. True passion pieces. True passion projects. You know what I saw? Imperishable Night for the Busy Person, translated by one guy who just thought this game series is pretty cool. Let's get a translation. And he learned how to translate for the sake of that game. That's awesome. That's fantastic. We need more of that. We need more of that. Rat. Yeah-huh. Well, think about all these, like, think about all these, like, fan projects. I saw Vinny play yesterday a complete, like, redux of Zelda 1 by a fan. And it looks really good. And it has a lot of, like, extra stuff thrown into it. And it's really cool. And that kind of project. They even made their own manual. They made a manual in style to old manuals and everything. And it's just really, really well polished. It looks really good. And, like, someone just fucking made that because they wanted to. They can't sell that. They can't do anything with that. They cannot profit off that in any real way, but that doesn't matter. They made it because they love Zelda and they wanted to make Zelda. They wanted to make Zelda. And it's like, projects like that are awesome. But at the same time, projects like that make you wish that you actually could, like, pay these people. Is there a way in there? Only straight. Okay. Like, it makes you... like, I think it's a good introduction to game dev in general. And putting your name out there. But... at the same time, like, I think people should be allowed to profit off of their work. It's this weird thing, though. Because it's like... if people put something like... you can support me here, it's fine. But, like... let's say you make something for free, right? And then you plug, like, your donation links. Like, hey, if you like this... damn. If you like this, then, you know, give me $1 if you want. That'd be cool. And that's about it. And there's people who will see that and they'll be like, you know what? Have $1, my brother. You've earned my $1. And everything's all well and good and we hold hands and we sing ulu la la, right? But then you make something and you charge $5 for it. Charge $5 for it. And it's like, who the fuck do you think you are? You think I got $5 to spend on this garbage? I'm gonna go find a pirate site. Yo ho ho. I'm gonna find your game. I'm gonna pirate it on principle. And I'm not even gonna play it. Alright? Goodbye. Go fuck yourself. Hang up phone. Recover Izumi, an item with a strange power that restores the stats of all staff in the dev room. As the name implies, a mystical fantasy RPG item, but it's actually a girl named Izumi in a gym shirt and bloomers who says nice things to you for a cheap yet oddly realistic 3,000 yen. Her big motivation and stamina heals help prevent staff from running away or dying from overworking. Izumi lets you make them work 60 days straight, no downsides. What the fuck is this? What the fuck could that possibly be a reference to? Is that AI? That's gotta be AI. How could that not be AI? Mark of a good comedian, bringing it all back to where it once was. Orb! Touch the orb. It's broken now. You wouldn't download a car. Holy shit! Wait a minute. Whoa! Whoa! That guy's way too strong to kill. I can't kill him. One damage! It's over. It's over. Why did he just hit me with the Illuminati music? Oh, I'm out. Oh, I'm out. Oh, I'm out. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah. I just wanna finish. I just wanna finish mapping out the rest of the floor. Not that I really care about that item, but whatever. Okay. Alright, okay. Alright, let's go back in. Alright, so we need to figure out a way. So we actually took care of most of that over there, so now we just need to get back over that way. Let me see. I hit that orb, yeah. Okay, yeah, we're almost done mapping this out. Let's just go this way. Alrighty. Okay, alrighty. Let me see. The only way forward. Oh, I see it. We want to go all the way around over here. Okay, I see it. I'm gonna go this way. There we go. We can go up from here. Crocodile. Done. Ability unbridled! I like when melee counters and kills things in one hit. Okay. Anyway, I just find it very impressive that people will go to such lengths to make projects. Memory Stone, you know, Psychic Cat Girl. Because they can't profit off it. Like I already said. They cannot profit off of it, and they even attempt that. Because you know what happened to, Plague Doctor Mask. You know what happened to Citra, right? There's a lot of stuff in there. Ninja Palm. Mobility type palm doesn't slow walk speed while firing. The special trait at high fire rate and its basic attack fastballs make it a burning through bumblebee uses. As well as finish off low HP foes used for damage. To take competitive battling seriously, it's very helpful to have scout equipped with one of these. So you need to manage a lot of info expected to survive no matter the odds. Let's just use bumblebee uses to whittle down. Which teammate rotate over to assist, which enemies try to finish off. Take the box. Take the box with ya. Anyway, yeah. Citra, and I guess by extension Yuzu, were prominent emulators for 3DS and Wii U, and they got taken down. They've got C indeed. And there was there's the usual fuck Nintendo that follows these types of things, because of course they do. But the reason why legal action was taken against them in, like, now and not before was because they started paywalling features. So, yeah. They started paywalling features, and they had, like... I'm pretty sure what caused it was they had Breath of the Wild, like, a week early. I just realized I had that on the entire time, and that's why the ice panels look like that. I did not... It just kind of... I didn't even really pay attention. That's been on the whole time. So, yeah, they got Breath of the Wild early... Or Tears of the Kingdom, sorry, and they paywalled access to it, and well, now they're charging money, and now that's grounds for a lawsuit. Ooh. And then it went, but like I said, you got the usual, man, fuck Nintendo, ruin my fun, hate Nintendo, family-friendly company, my left nut. So there's some anger. There's some anger generated towards that decision, but that I'd hate to say it. Because it sounds like, you know, leave my multi-million-dollar corporation alone, but that one was kind of shot themselves in the foot, and it was kind of their fault, like, entirely. Sorry to say. That was, you can get mad at Nintendo, I suppose, but you gotta kind of have to acknowledge that the reason why any of that even happened was because someone got a little greedy. Money begets money. When I have $0, I have value of dollar. When I have $1 million, I now need even more money. I need to figure out how much more money I can accumulate with $1 million. Oh yes, very good. Is it true? Well, I don't know. I don't have $1 million. I just assume, like anything, when you accumulate a large volume of something, you start to just see how far you can take it. And that's what it is. Why do you think gambling's so effective? Because gambling is like, wow, you got a lot there, don't you? But don't you want to see how much more you could get? Do you? No? Oh, yes, you do. You're right, I do. Put it all on black, baby! And that's the story of how I lost $1,000. This isn't true, by the way. I've gambled once in my life on a slot machine. I put $20 in, and I did not make $20 back. So, yeah. Actually, no, it was $5. It was $5. I am negative $5 in gambling for my entire life. It's fucked up, I know. That means I have to go gamble soon and go positive. That's right. That's so right. Heavy leather armor. Cool. Red orb, blue orb have been done. And climb to the next floor. You can hear someone suffering. Yeah, me. I'm suffering. For example, when I'm cleaning the grounds. Or for example, when I go to the village for a bit of shopping, or when I'm questioning people about an incident, or when I'm taking a casual stroll to the rice fields, I always hear it from nearby from afar and never just a couple times. It's the Hakude Shrine Maiden. Oh, that's the current Hakude Shrine Maiden. Yeah, I haven't seen the Hakude Shrine Maiden in quite some time now. How many hundreds of times have I heard those words? I wonder. Anyway, right now, I'm the Hakude Shrine Maiden, but the title just... When did it become mine exactly? Things just happened. Before I knew it, I'd succeeded the role of Hakude Shrine Maiden. Thinking back on everything surrounding the situation, I didn't actually have the right to say no, but I never wanted to anyway. Hakude Shrine Maiden, the one who manages both the Hakude Shrine and the Great Hakude Burial, conceals Hensoku, the one who delivers reckoning upon ever-increasing yokai and apparitions that threaten the village, the one who regulates the balance between humans and yokai. It's not as if those duties are a concrete part of the role. Exterminating the ever-rising number of yokai isn't something that was ever ordered to do, but the nameless civilians who form the great majority of Gensoku's population have wordless expectations that the Hakude Shrine Maiden will perform those duties. Come to think of it, I hear the previous generation's Hakude Shrine Maiden was really talented, though she apparently had an abysmal side to absent-minded side to her, too. Either way, my predecessor performed the role of the Hakude Shrine Maiden flawlessly. In fact, maybe her absent-mindedness was part of why she excelled. She was the perfect Hakude Shrine Maiden, and because she filled the role so perfectly, she remains in everyone's memories as the previous Hakude Shrine Maiden. Pretty much nobody ever remembers her actual name anymore. And now the collective unconscious against Soku's great majority is turned towards me. Be a perfect Hakude Shrine Maiden, just like your predecessor was, they constantly repeat. To put it simply, for them, the unique thing that makes me the Hakude Reimu just gets in the way. What they want is someone who will take the Gensokyo they live in. No, someone who can take their day-to-day lifestyle and make sure it stays stable. They want the Hakude Shrine Maiden to be part of their system. Amidst the life I lived, I heard about something about how a girl named Kirisami Marisa lived her own life. Her lifestyle was so dazzlingly bright, I couldn't even look at it straight on. The lone daughter of a big store with the Kirisami name on it. She had a big fight with her father and ran away. That's how it started. After that, Gensoku's most prominent sheltered runaway made a solitary home for herself in the Forest of Magic. Of all things, she was apparently gathering, hoarding even, the magic items she was always so interested in so she could study them. She was facing her dreams head-on. She tossed aside the expectations thrust on her as the lone daughter of the village's biggest shop. This girl found the resolve to discard her old life and make things difficult for herself in order to do the things she always wanted to do, achieve her purpose in life, and live the way she wanted to. She decided on her own path and walked it using her own strength. Unlike me. Shut up! You don't have the passion to risk your life to follow your dreams. Shut up! Shut up! And so, jealous of Marisa, what do you choose to do again? Muster the effort and resolve to live life how you wanted? Oh, right, I forgot. I never had any dreams, any deep passions deep within my heart. Strong enough to make my body take action. A person like me, jealous of Marisa. How wonderful. So, so funny. Then it's just perfect, isn't it? The title of Hakude Shrine Maiden. It's the ultimate roadmap. If you can't decide how you'll live, then it'll decide for you. Shut up already! And so for the proud and independent girl who betrayed all the expectations weighing her down and instead resolved to chase her dreams. She acknowledged me as her friend and secretly as her rival too. She trained and trained in order to surpass me but could never reach me. The efforts of the girl who chose to throw away her previous life. I got to see those efforts fail to bear fruit up close and personal. That's right, I got to watch from a front row seat, and it made me feel a dark, twisted joy. Isn't that right, me? It was fun, wasn't it? And it still is, isn't it? It's fun to look down on Marisa, right? Stop! I have two sides, happy and angry. Those voices just now. Was that Reimu? Reimu's thoughts and her suffering. You gotta be kidding me. Reimu felt like that? I always thought she was more, you know, Marisa. She's a self-reliant prodigy. Nothing stopping her, nothing bothers her. She's totally infallible. I said as much, didn't I? That neither of you were looking at each other as much as you thought you were. In the end, everyone has their own things that troubles them. I'm no exception, of course, and neither are you, Marisa. And neither is Reimu. That's all there is. Whew, I guess the Hakude Shrine Maiden has it rough. Now that I think about it, she really is on another level when it comes to her fame. Among both humans and yokai alike, at that. Wow, living life sure can be hard, huh? It's not as if people worry about these things that deeply under ordinary circumstances. It's simply that everyone has thoughts, such as, my life isn't bad, but this still bothers me a little. However, these nightmares make those thoughts balloon out of control. Goodness, these places can be so bothersome. We really need to hurry up and save Reimu. Reimu, you... touch. Alright. Let me leave. Get me out. Damn, Alice, you finished fast. Thank you, Alice. Does any of this matter? Okay. Alright, chat. It's over for the day. So, Marisa pissed me off, but I beat her. Stupid ass fucking. Oh, you beat me, but haha. Check this out. Here's my special move. Yeah, not really. Never a fan of that. Never a fan of that. But she's dead now. Goodbye. Goodbye, Marisa. Don't worry, Reimu will do it too. Oh, will she? Maybe. She fought a lot of people. Well, I mean, it's probably because when you defeat her, the game now tells you that you have to survive an attack, and your healing skills basically don't exist. So either you get to the final phase with your designated, I'm going to take this attack at full HP, or you lose. Or that your fucking win con dies in the beginning of the fight, and then you lose because you can't avoid that move, and nobody can actually survive it without an extreme amount of buffing. So, yeah. I really thought Mei Ling would be able to handle it. Somehow Koichi, of all characters, was the one to take that. I think it's just because she didn't realize she was getting fried. It's like how the ability Unaware in Pokemon, right? The ability Unaware ignores stat increases. Or stat changes in general, which actually means it would be good negatively. So, yeah, I don't know. She just ignored. She simply ignored the damage. Just stood in the laser and forgot that she was supposed to feel pain. Alright. Well, whatever. Job's done. Game will continue, but I gotta tell you, that boss fight... Oh my. Oh me, oh my.